Welcome to Valhalla in the making. Alright guys, so it's been a long time. I do apologise for the lack of content, but I've been moving home. I've been here for 2 days and I've been gradually building my home gym. I normally used to train in commercial gyms, hardcore bodybuilding gyms, all these kind of places. But during the lockdown at the beginning of 2020, obviously like everyone else, I was forced to try and do something at home. That was when my apocalypse videos series started, training for the apocalypse. From there, things basically gradually progressed as I've got more and more equipment and I've learned how to improvise as best as possible with what I've got. Now, some of what's in here you'll already be familiar with. The old favourite things that have tried to kill me many a time, my old racks. Okay, they'll be used still at least for the next few weeks. But I have on order a handmade cage being made, the steel being made, and then I'm going to assemble that myself when it arrives. Probably middle of December, I think it's due to arrive. So I'm going to have a homemade cage around about here in the room, okay, which will allow me to, especially as I'm going in my heavy phase, to lift heavier weights more safely than I have otherwise been doing. Because let's face it guys, we all want to go to Valhalla, but not today. Beyond that, you'll see other familiar equipment, my old bench there, my old deadlift blocks over there in the corner. The Hawkeyes amongst you will see other things that are familiar from other video series I've done, like Big Al's Fighting, my old bag here, a sound-free bag. My weights sort of scattered around the place at the moment, so you'll be able to see all that. I've even got a few of my really Dane axes and swords and stuff in here because I really want to make it feel like Valhalla, I want to make it feel like a commercial gym. So this is an ongoing project that will be going on for quite a while, I imagine. I'm going to be painting the inside of the walls and that as best as possible with using a graffiti artist I know to put like Valhalla and things like that spray painted across, looks like it's blood and Vikings and all the rest of it, right? It's going to be great. I'm going to turn this into a little shrine for myself, essentially a shrine to pumping iron. Right? I've put heating up here, so I've got 2 heaters. One of them's on at the moment. I haven't turned the other one on because it's pretty cold in here, but it gets really hot really quick with these two. And I've got my old heater here. Oops, don't trip over. My old heater there also. That you'll be familiar with that orange glow from some of my videos. That's all I used to have in the old place. I'm currently building a folding bench. I've had this for a while now. I've had this for quite a while indeed, but I didn't have the space to use it, but I bought it in preparation for the move. So I've been spending the day building this. Can take up to, I think it's 500 to 600 kilograms, including body weight. So that's going to be more than enough to bench quite a lot of weight. And anything else, shoulder press, things like this, seated press. Because obviously it's a folding bench, I can do things like incline now and shoulder press far easier than when I just had my flat bench that doesn't move. What I have on order? Well, what I have on order is a lot of boxing equipment. So I've got here my bag, my Century stand-free boxing bag. That's a 50 kilogram bag, and I've put it against there so when I hit it, there's something behind it, because it does fall over relatively easy when you hit it full power. You see where that grey bit there is? That's where there was a sort of a tool, where the previous owner kept their tools. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to be putting into that a wall mount for an aqua bag. That's all on order. So that won't take too long for me to put in, but obviously I've got to make sure that it's supported as best as possible, because I've only gone for the smallest aqua bag. I actually already have an aqua bag already pre-bought, but then when I opened the box, I didn't realise just how bloody big that it is. I've got probably, I think it was the 20-inch aqua bag or something. It's huge. I mean, it's like half the size of me. I mean, I've messed up. Right, so I've gone for a 9-inch aqua bag, which will be much more akin to a speed bag and an accuracy bag than a heavy bag. I've kept the other one, I've stored it away. Who knows? I'm thinking maybe I'll ceiling mount it at one point, but that's a bigger project than simply just wall mounting it. So an aqua bag is going in alongside that for my boxing. a cage, as I say, is being built currently, and then I've got to assemble it once it gets here. About 200 kilograms of steel that I got to put together. I'm looking forward to doing that. I actually find it quite meditative putting things together, so I've been enjoying putting that together, even though it's freezing cold. Well, it was freezing cold in here until I hooked up the heaters. You can see my breath and all that. But now I've got the heaters on, it's actually very comfortable in here. Oh yeah, and I also have added lighting also. So I've done a lot of work in here already. It's been a bit of a workout putting it together. As I say, I'm getting a cage, getting some extra weights. I will be keeping and using all the old equipment that you'll be familiar with. The rack I'll be using less and less, but that'll be kind of be like a rack for biceps and triceps and things like that. It'll have its own specific smaller uses, but obviously my power cage will be the main thing once that is done and dusted. Well, that's a brief intro, guys. I'll probably just do a little pan view to show you what it looks like at the moment. This has already taken 2 days to get to this stage of emptying it, bringing my stuff in, and also doing the rest of the house. Obviously, I've got other responsibilities in the house, helping my girlfriend and move in as well, and building tables and stuff like this. I feel like a carpenter at the moment. Lots, and a steel worker. Lots of work being put in, but. Yeah, I'll just do a pan around just to show you. This will be a little bit of an ongoing series. I don't have internet whilst I'm filming this, so this will be probably in a few days' time when I'll be able to actually upload this onto YouTube. But yeah, I'm excited, as you can tell. Plenty of good workouts coming up. Cheers, guys.